Hey, what's good, champions? Arian, Tyson here. Wanted to shoot this video because something was just placed on my heart, and I just decided I'm just going to put it out here. And I want to tell you that it comes down to choices. Anything that you want in life, it comes down to choices. You don't ever want to find yourself in a position where you feel like you're forced to make a decision or forced to make a choice. Whatever you want in life, whatever direction life takes you, it's a matter of choices. It comes down to choices that you have to make. And I would rather make choices than have choices made for me. And what I mean by that is, as I was sitting here thinking about it, is where we are right now, where you are right now, a large part of it is due to choices that you've made, whether directly or choices that others made for you. So if you're not comfortable with someone making choices for you, then you have to learn how to become more decisive. And you have to learn how to communicate your thoughts effectively. One of the things that really gets on my nerves is when people are indecisive, and not only that, they choose to ignore you. And the thing is, if you're not interested in someone, just tell them that you're not interested. The worst thing that you can do is just intentionally ignore them, hoping that they get the hint, when you could just open your mouth, say it, and be done with it. So that way, that person can move forward. Their mind can be clear of speculation or having to say what if, because they'll already know. And the thing about it is, we have to get to a point where we become comfortable with the choices that we make. And I was sitting here thinking about relationships, and let me just talk to the fellas real quick. One thing that I've discovered, because I have not been in a quote unquote relationship in several years now. And the thing about it is, when it all boils down to it, a man has two major choices in a relationship with a woman. He can either stand up and be the man that she needs, or he can sit down so that she can see the man that's behind him. I'm going to say it again. He can either choose to stand up and be the man that she needs, or he needs to sit down so that she can see the man that's behind him. And the reason I say that is, we were designed to complement each other. Now, if you are in a position where you come across a woman who acts like they don't need you, or act like they don't need a man whatsoever, then you just need to head for the hills. Don't worry about it, because she must be comfortable doing everything by herself. But the reality is, and I have enough sense to know, that it was not designed for the man to have to do everything, and it was not designed for the woman to have to do everything. But just imagine how much further along you could be if you're working as a unit, complementing one another. Something to think about. But when it's tight, it's right. It's tight, but it's right. Period. And then not only that, you have to realize that if you're forced, staying on relationships, if you're forced in a position where you have to choose between a relationship and a friendship, and this is something that I just had to accept, and it was hard, because I'm a firm believer that you have to be friends first to lay that foundation. But if you're put in a position where you have to choose between a relationship and a friendship, choose the friendship. And here's why. Because a good relationship, a solid relationship, you would never be forced to choose. Say it again. If you have to choose, or if you're in a position where you must choose between a relationship and a friendship, choose the friendship. And the reason being is because if you are someone that's in a solid relationship, a good relationship, you wouldn't be forced to choose. So I wanted to share that with you today, because when it all comes down to it, when it all boils down to it, being successful and remaining stagnant is a matter of choice. Being happy and being miserable ultimately is a matter of choice. And you should never put yourself in a position where you allow someone to make a choice for you. Be a man or be a woman and make the choice for yourself. Let your yes be yes, your no be no. The worst thing that you can do is say yes but mean no, or not say anything at all. Because quite frankly, it's rather childish. So if you got value from this, feel free to leave me a comment. Feel free to share this video. If you have not already done so, make sure you stay subscribed to my YouTube channel. As always in life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. It's yours truly, Arian Tyson, the moving motivator, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.